What is going on, guys? SS Zane GT here, and today we are doing a 5 things I love about my 2021 Kia Forte GT. It's been a while since I did a video, since the 5 things I hate, and that video has gotten a lot of, views and people that are interested, and it's actually kind of nice to see what people say they love about the car, and seeing that I haven't done that yet, and I really do love this car, which some people didn't realize in that video, but I do love the car. I thought it was about time, to say the things I just really like about this car. So I'm going to kind of just do this in a one take because I don't want this to take too long, and I just kind of want to show what I really love about the car. So let's begin. And the first thing I really love about this car is the interior. The interior, honestly, I just love it. I love this steering wheel in particular. It is nicely leather wrapped, flat bottom, perforated, and it has all these metal accents. I don't think they're like real metal, but they feel really good nonetheless. And it's just, man, honestly, a lot of cars I've driven have pretty good steering wheels, but this one, when I just was driving it for the first time, I thought it was honestly the best steering wheel I've used in a while, and I don't know, I just really love it a lot. But the interior of this car is actually really nice. I mean, you get a lot for, the money, and you get a digital center dash, you get, analog gauges is fine, you get aluminum brushed pedals. I mean, that's not bad. You get the wireless charging, that's if you get like that option. I know like the base GTs don't get that, but you get a really nice touch screen, which honestly, like, I think it looks really good personally. When I was test driving other cars, I just did not like the interior or their center consoles. Like, they just didn't look good to me, honestly, but I think this one looks pretty good. And honestly, these seats too, I was a little iffy about the faux leather and the cloth combination, but after using them for quite some time, I really love these seats actually. And it's actually kind of sad because I was looking at a Mustang, and when I was sitting in those seats, I was like, wow, these seats are not great. So not that they were bad, but they weren't they didn't feel as sporty as these seats for some reason. And they were comfortable seats, but they just they didn't hug me in like these seats do. So these seats are really great. And like I said about the faux leather, I mean, it's not the best feeling. I think it feels pretty good, but I do like it because it will hold up in the long run. And as someone that has a 2002 Mustang with leather seats, you can tell over time that those, they take some wear. So it's kind of nice to know I'll have these and they'll pretty much be in good condition for a long time. So yeah, I mean, I just really love the interior of this car. It's really nice. It has everything I wanted and everything I need, and it just looks good in my opinion. I get a lot of compliments. People, when they get in my car, they're like, wow, this is really nice. And I'm like, yeah, I mean, it's pretty cool. So honestly, yeah, really great. So for the next thing I love about this car, and the first video I did, is the exhaust. So we'll go ahead and make sure that's on. All right. Not sure how well you can hear it back there, but let's see. I mean, it sounds pretty good. So I'll try to get like a better sound clip of that. Now, that is a cold start with this exhaust, but I think it sounds pretty good for stock, personally. And in my first video that I did with the exhaust clips, I didn't really get to mention that was during the break-in period, so I didn't really actually rev it past 4,000 RPM. So there is that. All right. So I believe that was, what, number 2 or something? Like I said, I'm kind of just doing this all in one go, but let's see here. I do love these wheels and tires. At first, I will be honest, I did not like these at all. Like, I was just not a fan of these wheels. I don't know why. I just didn't think they looked that great to me personally. But honestly, as time went on and I looked at them, and a lot of people just keep telling me that they love these wheels, they love the way they look. I've kind of, you know, they've grown on me. I think it suits the car really well. They look good. I added this little part, the little kind of old K badge, and it's kind of yellowing, but I don't really care personally. I think it still looks good. But yeah, I think they look really good. And honestly, you get Michelin Pilot Sport 4 tires. I mean, they're really good tires. Like, they're really grippy, and I just love going onto the back roads with them. Honestly, like, you really don't even feel like you need an LSD when you're driving with these tires on, to be honest. And one thing I actually forgot to mention while I was in here, since we did the tires and wheels for number 3, number 4 is the sport mode. The sport mode in this car feels amazing. And usually, I always thought sport modes in cars were kind of gimmicks, to be real with you. I mean, honestly, I would prefer a car not have sport mode, but sport mode in this car feels great. Like, it sharpens the throttle so much. Honestly, it's the way the car should be driven. Like, when I'm, you know, merging onto a highway or driving on some back roads, I put it into sport mode right away, and I can tell so much of a difference. Like, the grin on my face gets way bigger. It's just way more fun to drive in sport mode. I believe what it does is it injects more fuel into the engine, and that's what sharpens up the throttle, so it feels faster. I don't think it really is faster, but it feels faster. So honestly, like I said, I always thought sport modes were kind of gimmicks, but this sport mode is actually really nice, and I really love it a lot. And it's kind of what sold me on the car, honestly. It, like, when I drove it, I was like, okay, it drives, you know, pretty good, you know. And they were like, yeah, try this sport mode. I was like, okay, I'll try the sport mode. Put it into sport mode, and from there and on there, I was like, wow, this feels amazing. I will say though, I don't think the GTI has a sport mode, and I drove one of those, and I thought the GTI and just its regular mode drove really good. So that is a little, you know, thing to add. Like I said, I don't really care for sport modes all that much, but this sport mode is actually pretty good. So I believe that was number 4. Let's see, what did I go over? Went over the interior, the exhaust, the wheels, and the sport mode. Yeah, that's about 4 right there. So number 5, like I said, is the value you get with this car. I paid under $25,000 for this car, and I'm getting all of this stuff for under $25,000 for a brand new car. Honestly, you can't get those deals anymore, and I'll even admit, you can't even get that deal on these cars anymore, which is sad. Like, I went to the Kia dealership to for my spoiler to get put back on, a new spoiler, and I was looking at a GT line, brand new 2022, I believe. And now, to be fair, the market is out of this world right now, but they wanted more money for the GT line than what my GT costs. Now, to be fair, the new, like, 2022s and up, you can get way more options on them. I believe that one even had, like, heated seats and stuff, so you can get way more stuff on it. But that's just crazy to think, like, you know, I was able to get, like, such a great deal on this car. I got everything I wanted for a reasonable price, and it's just seeming like that's not the case anymore. And you can still find these 2021 GTs brand new still at some dealerships. It's kind of getting a little bit more tough, but, you know, I mean, I just think the value on these things are amazing. And I originally wanted a Civic Si, but, you know, Civic Si's, they're still great cars in my opinion, but when at the time I was car shopping, they were not being made at the time because the new models were coming in. But so I started looking at this, and honestly, I don't regret it. I think this was, in my opinion, a better decision. Unless you really need the LSD, I would go with this personally. But honestly, I love this car. Those are the 5 things I love about this car. you know, if you own this car, let me know what you love about it. Like if there's anything else I should know. I mean, I think it's a really great car. And if you hate things about this car, let me know too. Like I'm interested to hear what other people say about this. And if you have critiques, you know, go ahead and let me know. I mean, I don't really care, but I'm always open to hear things. So that's the 5 things I love about the Kia Forte GT. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.